Karen Stupples watching some of the action in the final pair. It's the Russian rookie Nataliya Guseva to tie the lead.
Yeah, no sign of nerves on this first hole as she rolls in that birdie nicely.
She's playing with Kim, the U.S. Open champ in 2020.
Plenty of spin on it.
That would lead to a birdie. Guseva trying to keep pace for birdie of her own.
Has putted really well all week and continuing that same form.
So both 15 under with Kim at minus.
It's get pretty tough. So if those leaders falter a little bit and she could make a move, you never know what could happen.
Here is the player they called the Goose, Nataliya Guseva, at the 7th.
Pretty darn straight putt. Yeah, just wiggled right at the end. There was a little bit of grain pull to the right.
How about Guseva this week?
Again, very similar to Kim, the pair of them driving the ball insanely well. Guseva, I think, has the advantage with her iron play. She seems to be, certainly yesterday, was really dialed in with those shots. And so it's all going to come down to who's going to make these putts coming down the stretch and who can hold their nerve. I mean, Lim is a winner. She's a major champion. She knows how to get the job done. And this is Guseva's first time in this situation. So depends if she can just stick to her game plan and find a little bit of magic.
Had a
couple out here that are particularly difficult, and this one I would say is one of the hardest. The water runs up the entire left-hand side. You can't help but look at it. And then there are a couple bunkers on the right. And I think if the wind were a little bit lighter, these two long hitters would hit 3-wood off this tee.
Shot of 255 will get you into those bunkers.
Yeah, Guseva hit a tee shot very similar yesterday, a low draw. Just
now Guseva.
That was a 6-iron for Lim, and just a few paces ahead on the left-hand side of the fairway. Guseva also going with 6-iron, 143 yards, playing this more like 160. She likes to flight the ball down. Absolutely ripped a 5-iron into this hole yesterday and made birdie. Just 4 birdies made on 8 yesterday.
Yeah, that seemed like that was a lot of club for her. That thing just went right through any wind that was into her.
Still works for her. We're back at the 8th for a long birdie attempt for Guseva.
Yeah, just off the putting surface, and that was clearly a club too much, but I think that was a function of just misjudging. Both she and her caddy misjudging the intensity of the wind. It was actually a well-hit shot, just didn't play as long as they thought it would. This will have a lot of left to right break to it. Trying to guide it down there close.
If you had nerves, wouldn't you see it potentially in a putt like that, a delicate putt?
You would, but I feel like she's a player that all week long, she's looked very comfortable. She's hitting the ball well. She's making good putts. She hasn't been afraid of the next putt. In fact, it's almost as if she's not even thinking about the next putt. She's very much in that moment of playing quality golf. And you can tell it's almost like she's excited at hitting the next shot because she knows it's going to be a good one.
The sense of the speed, and she just really hit it way too firmly. But now she's facing an uck of a birdie with this hole location tucked left over the bunker, and with this tee being moved back, as Tom Abbott said, a good 51 yards. Whole different personality to this hole today. The wind has increased again. Oh, this is a pull with a draw. There's a slope over there. This needs some luck.
Oh, boy.
The penalty area comes in tight, and there's some weeds and inconsistent grasses over there.
Jonathan Katzman, her caddy,
Little pause at the backswing there. Just looked very nice.
And now we're seeing what Guseva has here at the 9th K.
Yeah, I think she was fairly relieved to see the ball on a relatively flat lie. Grass is a little inconsistent. Man, just got too much ball there. That was always going to be a tough shot downwind. hitting up to an elevated green.
Outstanding ball striker, still trying to improve in the scrambling and sand save stats.
Like when you talk about process, you're taking yourself away from the results, which means you can, you know, really stay in the moment and in that one shot at a time mentality that in order to be successful you really have to have.
Guseva for par.
Yeah, she got a good read off of Kim. Knows this works a little right to left and on the slower side at the end.
Good try.
Well, and that was a rare, wild shot. We haven't seen her hit too many offline shots. Maybe the distance has been a little bit short or long, but that was a pretty errant tee shot.
She said she felt
That
like she was more
pull hook,
present
Karen's
on the
always
front
very
nine
dangerous.
yesterday, and that on the back nine she started thinking about what could be.
It happened.
Helps off the tee and blows right to left. It's very easy to end up in the left rough, and that just makes spinning it and getting it close on this green a little tougher, easier from the fairway. Guseva shouldn't have any problem carrying the bunkers.
Mashed potato!
She went after that one.
Well, they're emptying the chamber with all the calls, aren't they? For our final pair.
Smashed it.
The Baba Booey and the mashed potato.
Let's go right on it.
Yeah, that was a good drive down the left-hand side, and with this left-hand hole location looking right down the chute, downwind at the flagstick, 85 yards, and she's just going to go with a little gap wedge. Uses, kind of thinks about 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock finish on her swing to control the distance.
Karen, a lot of game and a lot of flair too, right? For Nataliya.
Well, I just really like the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about, you know, the quality tee shots. She's had some quality irons. I know there's been the odd one that has gone adrift, but in general, for a rookie, I'm seeing a lot of really good things out of her. The putting, the temperament, the composure. She's got a...
At the 10th, and Guseva to go first. Kim's isn't quite a tap in, right, Kay?
No, not a gimme. This putt is downhill. Not a whole lot of movement to it. Might pull down to her left, but putting back into the wind, which is kind of laid down for the moment.
If you were in that final pair, would you be in a match play mindset or not at this point?
You can't really allow yourself to be. I mean, obviously, you know that you've got somebody ahead of you. If you want to win, you're going to have to score better than they do. However, you can never allow yourself to push, to try and to make up ground, to try and make it happen. You kind of have to.
And now Guseva.
Nataliya tends to hit a more penetrating tee shot with a little draw. Actually, that one had a little more height to it and down the right side.
Ball speed or swing speed has been...
Or you take a little more of a direct line and you get 5 wood. But if you're playing to lay it up, you know, we don't want to be too far left.
Get used to that face. Nataliya Guseva, rookie.
Yeah, 4-iron finishing just a little left of the left edge.
Trying to join this list.
Agree with it, just the risky thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, numbers-wise, I think it works out, but the target's pretty darn small.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, I like
So
it from the...
4-iron is not going to get us to that left side, are you sure?
I can't imagine right now that it flies 176 into this wind, because it's mostly straight in, a little off the left.
Okay.
All right?
And that's the voice of Jonathan Katzman, who they came together towards the end of the Epsom season, and second week together they won her solo Epsom Tour event and then carried on to the Q Series where she earned her card. Yesterday she gave a rip at the screen and ended up well left. I think this is a smarter play today.
We saw those first-time winners in our KPMG Insights. There were 12 of them last year. Just 4 this year, and Guseva and Austin Kim would to make it 5. Hataoka is 3 groups in front of that final pair. And here's Guseva's third.
It going a lower route, trying to bump it over that hump. And there's an effective use of the ground game.
Clever.
Well done.
That is good, because you have to pick out a spot which you want.
17 under. We mentioned it. 12 under and 11 under. Won it the first 2 years that the tournament was played at Huakale, but with the softer conditions. Kay, we've seen this from day one. The heavy rain early Tuesday morning, the day before the tournament. Really, all of the contenders have above average length.
And this being Guseva's first time here, she doesn't know how firm and fast the course played last year. She's seen this course for the first time and taking it as is. But this is a must make. She's got to stay pace.
Pretty solid.
Good stuff, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, we love it. Rookie. Got Nasa chasing. Lim Kim trying to win her second. The energy. And another rookie, Guseva at 12.
Yeah, this is also an 8-iron, starting on a better line.
Yeah, she'll have a putt uphill. A little bit of movement off those front bunkers, but
Final 2-ball, so a chance to post a number for Nasa and put the pressure on these ones behind her. Here's Guseva to get within 1.
Yeah, she's just past hole high left. Kind of a tricky putt to read.
that's a good effort. I mean, she's doing all the right things. She's putting good putts on it. I mean, I know it's run past a little bit, but she's got to feel like you're giving yourself an opportunity to make it without scaring yourself too much. Definitely the case. It's a much smoother, not trying to jam it in the hole as much.
And no 3 putts for Austin today. Here's Guseva. No problem. These rookies don't look like it.
No, they don't.
Very impressive. Nataliya from Moscow. First ever Russian. Let's take a look at our KPMG Insights, and you said it earlier, Karen. These are 2 great ball strikers, especially when it comes to the tee-ball.
No question. I mean, Kim just has a slight edge on Guseva, but driving distance very similar. Accuracy, Kim just a little bit better, but both of them pretty impressive.
Even their club configuration is very similar. Karen, they both just carry 3 woods and have a 4-iron in the bag with 4 wedges.
4-irons always is a giveaway within a player's bag makeup in how much of a ball strike.
In the fairway at the 13th, Guseva.
Took some extra time trying to figure out what club and how far this was going to play. Starting on a good line.
And ending on a great one. Nearly holing out for the second time this week from the fairway. Did it in round 2 on the 7th. You've been with Lim Kim. She's just fun to play with.
You know, after she made birdie at 11, she was off the side of the green and waited around. And when she saw against the person that she's playing with,
I know we say this all the time, Karen, but here you got a 21-year-old from Russia, player from Korea who came. All right, so that door is ajar for Guseva. This to get within 1 with 5 to go.
That's what I like.
Yeah, and that was the magical gap wedge that she's hit multiple times.
Yeah.
To good effect. It was the club she holed out with on the 7th that really kind of ignited her round and got her in this tournament a couple days ago. Didn't know that it lipped out. She couldn't see the surface of the green. Ooh, she got away with it. It's count it.
That was a sneaky one.
But it's in now. And she's just 1 back. So the gap when the day began is again 1. All right, now within 1 again to Guseva on the tee at the 14th.
This is another one of the more challenging driving holes. 5 fairway bunkers you have to avoid. Oh, goodness, this is low and left, a pull hook.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, and it
Nothing good
got
over
out
there.
of the really thick stuff. It's going to be tough to make par from there, but at least her ball is in play. That was very close to being really nasty.
It's unplayable, really, from over there, I think. Been over
No,
there, and it's that
yeah,
small patch. But Kay Cockrell and the team, and this is what Kay was talking about. Look how close
You think like 6
to having nothing from Nataliya Guseva.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so your front is 140.
Actually, I think it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because I mean it's pretty soft up there, you know. A little bit of wind in.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah, you're choking up on it a little bit. Sweet. Okay. Well, in from your left.
She's very lucky in a couple of ways. Number one, that she's not dealing with an unplayable lie if she were a foot to the left. And number two, she actually has a chance of getting this onto the green. She needs to hit a low runner, but has to carry a fairway bunker that's about 75 yards carry. And make sure she doesn't tick any tree limbs.
Handy having that 4-iron in the bag, Kay.
Absolutely. Well, she punched it nicely, but leaked it out to the right. That's not going to be an easy up and down from there.
Meanwhile, up ahead, Jin Young Ko did not make her par putt, and so Jin Young falls back, as you see, to -12. Meanwhile, Elim Kim in the fairway, leading by 1.
From dead center of the fairway.
Who have not had a win this year. Here's the third, the par 4 14th for Guseva.
See if she has a little razzle dazzle she can show us here. 30-yard shot back into the wind. It's been taking multiple practice swings, just really trying to feel the fluidity, the size of the swing, understand how the club's going through the rough. Kind of understandable, Karen, that she hit it a little too hard, just to ensure it gets on the green, because there's a raised slope in front of the green.
There is. And she tried to compensate a little bit for that by opening the club face just a little bit to try and judge how that was going to work out for her, but so difficult. I mean, really, the tee shot has been the problem on this hole. And even though she had a shot, I mean, it was always going to be difficult.
Yep. So she's got that for par. Kim is going to have a putt for birdie. Nasa up ahead at the 17th. Last week in Japan, weather-shortened event, but struggled in the final round. Now Guseva for par.
Well, she would have learned a lot about the putt based on what Kim just did. Knows this has a fair bit of left to right break and is going to be on the speedy side. This would be quite a working par.
Oh,
Wow.
That was massive, Karen.
Well, it is, particularly now Alim's got a really awkward putt now. My word, things are just getting really interesting.
I mean, again, just inches away from having to take an unplayable lie, most likely. Carrying that. Very soon, I'm sure. Here's now Guseva at 15.
Yeah, see if she can hit one of those laser-like wedges that we've seen quite a few times throughout the week. Yeah, that looked pretty good from the tee.
Yep.
Popular spot beyond the flag.
Been a tough putt to read, but a chance. Kim will putt first. Guseva thinking birdie and a chance to tie the lead at 15.
Well, she has shown us that she can handle left to right breaking putts. This looks like it'll just want to wander to the right.
That's the read. Did she hit it?
Oh, that's a couple putts she's left just shy.
The ones that happen when you leave them a little shy like that, when you're a little short, are because you're trying so hard to get the line right. You're trying so hard to make it, as opposed to being more free and just sending it down there.
But this just feels right now like a lot easier to hit your targets, because when that wind dies down, you can swing more freely, and the wind's not going to affect your ball.
Last tee shot went well left. See how Guseva handles the 16th here. Last driver, I should say.
Well, that was ideal. Couldn't have struck it any better. That's a quick study in how to fix something.
Just an aggressive swing, like there was no fear, there was no hold back, just giving it a go.
Love it. All right, the 16. Two really nice drives. Guseva to go first.
Yeah, it's going to be a wedge contest between these two players.
Little India.
126 yards.
See that flag?
Just trying to get a beat on the wind.
I mean, still, I mean, you
Still pitching wedges.
yeah, because you flight it right. That's perfect. Yeah, you can be aggressive with this.
Yeah, I like that last word, because up where the hole's located, it's like on a top right back shelf, and it's pretty flat around the hole location. But she needs to hit this at least 120 to get it up over a small ridge. Oh,
Yeah,
gorgeous. This definitely becomes a birdie hole when you hit a couple of drives like these two have.
Those two swings, Karen, off the tee and that one.
I mean, that's stepping up when you had to, you know, and I think when you look back at the putt that she made to save par on the previous hole, I mean, that was massive. I think, I mean, like I said, I can't fault her one bit for giving it a go, because she's trying to win.
Yeah.
She's a winner. She doesn't want to come second. She's not playing for second place, third place, fourth place. She wants that trophy.
And so does Nataliya Guseva, the 21-year-old from Moscow, in her first season on the LPGA Tour. Played the Epson Tour last year. Finished high enough to get into the Q Series, where she earned her LPGA card, and here she is with a chance to tie the lead with 2 to go.
She talked about trying to play shots like it's a practice round. See if she can keep that mentality here. Oh, leaked it right. She just might have pushed it a tad. and it just stayed out there. Wow, those are two big birdie misses for both players.
So I'm short after giving it every effort. Guseva at 17.
She has bogeyed this hole every day. This
Left again like at 14.
Well, that's the anti-right.
Has gone left here at 17. But she's okay, it looks like, Kay.
She's fortunate to have missed the bunker, but she's in the rough and doesn't have a good lie. This rough is rather thick. It's not particularly long. It's thick and spongy.
So the green is 123.
And it's sitting down.
To take the bunker out of play is 132 hole, or 132, and then the hole is 140.
Just need to understand where is the best position for us to be in the right now.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where, honestly, I think short is
Not bad.
worse than deep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if you are like at the right half of the scoreboard, you're pitching uphill to it,
Yeah.
and you've got 15. I mean,
But the thing is, like with that quarter, we're looking more left. You know,
You're
we're not
naturally-
looking, we're
naturally,
not looking
yeah.
to the right side.
agree. So you're looking more like towards the tower,
Yeah.
correct?
Oh yeah, at least
Perfect.
maybe even more left.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay.
I was thinking like having something just chipping the left of the pin, just like, you know, somewhere there. Or either way, just being on the green.
See, that's the thing. Like, you could definitely go short left to the front left corner of the green, right? And say, okay, I'm fine chipping it. Because at least you're going up to it.
Yeah, it's
Or you can play something that's going to maybe get
okay, yeah, let's
full high.
so
it's-
130, so we're playing something like 135, right?
exactly.
What do you think with this?
So 35 down. I mean, yeah, I think you still. It's almost like a flight at 7 to make sure it
Yeah.
actually gets out, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, because you got wind hurting,
Yeah.
right? Coming in from 10 o'clock.
Reminder.
Yeah, it's very like grabby. So I'm just gonna go to the left more side.
Love it. Yeah, put that wind ticket right.
Reminder that they work in meters. So they're talking about a 130, 140 meter shot. She actually has 151 yards. This is not a very good lie at all. She's going to take a 7-iron and see if she can hit this straight. Yeah, that's a nice play right there. If it curves to the right, there's a false edge to the left, and yeah, the ball's going to catch that part of the green, but that was what she wanted to do. It just, that drive put her in a tough position.
And trailing by 1, third shot here from Nataliya Guseva at 17.
She's in the closely mown area, uphill lie, needs to carry it to the top of the green, then it flattens out. She had a pretty good run.
Well, this is a big moment here. Lynn Kim's going to have a birdie putt. Played well at the Chevron Championship a couple of times there.
I do think with Aileen, though, that it's just in there, just bubbling under the surface, waiting for great golf to come out.
And it's been great this week. And now Guseva, huge save at 14. She's trying to do it again here at 17 to stay one back, heading to the par 5 18th.
And exercise the demons that have a hold of her on this hole. 3 straight bogeys. Oh, she finally gets a par right when she needed it.
Exercised. Just curls it in, and she stays one back, heading to the 18th.
I am so impressed with Nataliya Guseva. I mean, she is playing like a seasoned veteran, not the 21-year-old rookie that she is.
It's very gutsy, Kay, what she's doing, making those putts when she has to.
Yeah, she took this one high down the right-hand side with a little draw. Gorgeous.
She's parred this all 3 days.
As good as Guseva's was, Elim Kim got a great bounce, and she will be 25 yards ahead of Guseva.
Where's the best position to be?
Yeah.
You know, it's either way that front bunker on the right
Yes.
or just go left.
So what I'll tell you is where you were yesterday is a really good look at it up and down. Alternatively, anything on this left side bunker, so like on line with that palm tree, just left of the grandstand, or even if you're a touch left of that.
How far do you carry this stuff?
So this thing here is 192.
You think it's 4?
I think it's 4 iron, 100%. And if you're a little left, you're a little left.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's straight down right now.
Not too different from the front yardage she had yesterday. She had a 204 yards, hit 4 iron, and ended up in the front right bunker. Today she has 208 to the front, 230 to the hole. So trying to land this 4 iron somewhere in the front middle part of the green.
Would you be thinking 3 or 4 here if you're Guseva?
I think you just got to think birdie. But I do think you want to give yourself an opportunity to potentially make that eagle. There's no way of knowing what Elim's going to do. And again, it comes down to not forcing it for you in her position here.
Ooh, that sounded kind of clunky.
Roll.
Came out low.
Might get up.
Hard to tell if that rolled up or into the front bunker.
First cut, short of it.
Short. It's going to leave an awkward pitch over those bunkers.
Well, Elim Kim, guys.
2, and Guseva, still a chance. Started playing the game at age 7. Went with an aunt and uncle to a golf course in Czechia. And I kind of fell in love with it. Russia is not, as you know, a hotbed of golf. Just 30-some-odd courses there, but one opened near her home when she kind of caught that bug. Got onto the Russian national team at age 11, began playing in Europe, came to the U.S. at the age of 16, went to University of Miami at 17. Her coach at Miami, former LPGA winner Patty Rizzo, said, "I've never seen a player with this much raw talent." She said, Patty Rizzo said, "I think she'll be #1 in the world by the time she's 23 years old." She said that last year. She's just 21 in her first.
Village coaching.
Something very rewarding about coaching, Kay, that I think appeals to a lot of players that are out here. You know, after years of just thinking about yourself and your own game, to actually give back to others is very good.
Well, here we go. Third shot at the par 5 for Guseva.
A little bit of upslope.
Trailing by 1, and Kim is up there
Pretty straight, and then at
just
the
off the
hole,
back.
Tries to work a little right.
Yeah. 37, 54.
Correct.
Bringing it down somewhere that like
Low 40s, huh?
40s, yeah, like 42.
Yeah, exactly.
Softer grass.
Yeah, and it's teed up a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Down off your right, touch a knockdown to it.
These two
All right,
have a
see
really
your
nice,
shot.
comfortable relationship. 50-yard shot, trying to land this, you know, like 30, 35, as she said, somewhat short, and let it release back. Oh, she hit that way too hard. It was kind of like that extra shot of espresso just kicked in.
Just the intimidation factor of playing up over the bunkers. I mean, it was an awkward angle for her, and you know, crazy thoughts creep into your head just at the last minute as you're standing over it, and just gave it just a little bit of extra hit through the impact zone there, and that's what you got. Just didn't trust at the last minute.
Well, the green here, and then it would still give Kim a chance to win by getting down in 2.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that Nataliya could really look back on and want to do over maybe that chip shot, but she's just been so solid from start to finish and really a promising player. Yeah, this is a little downhill lie out of the rough, back into the wind, plenty of green to work with. Trying to chip in for birdie.
Oh, what a try.
Wow.
That was a good one.
She can definitely hold her head up high, Kay. I think she's
Yeah.
she's had a good effort this week, and we'll be seeing a lot more of her in the top of our leaderboards.
You're going to see her in a couple of weeks.
You won't be seeing her. Yeah, you won't be seeing her next week because she is taking the week off. A deserved week off after a lot of golf, 5 weeks in a row. She's going to go support her boyfriend, Igor Erashenko, who Monday qualified for the PGA Tour event next week, and enjoy Bermuda.
And then we'll see her at the CME Group Tour Championship. So this is going to be her not Jay, there's no telling what we're going to see. She's got a couple of putts from there at least. Guseva with this for par. Let's go back to that base camp idea that you were talking about, Karen, for Nataliya Guseva.
It's, I mean, she's getting used to what it feels like to be right at the top of the leaderboards, and not everybody gets used to that altitude and overcomes it first time. But they certainly, the more you're there, the more comfortable you get with that situation. And I think this is what we're seeing from Nataliya. It cannot be long before she's there. I mean, she's handled herself well. You think about all those clutch putts that she's made. It's just been when she's needed to. I mean, and that's normally the part of the game that goes missing when you're under pressure, when you're trying to make something happen. But she hung tough with that. And she's got the long game. Putting's been good.
Bouchard.
Yes, indeed. She had some really good weeks this year in your rookie season, Nataliya. What do you take from today?
You know, I take only the best feelings I could get. I'm obviously, you know, congrats to Aileen for a great game. You know, I really did my best out there. I never gave up. Every hole, like, I gave just my 100% and more than that. So, you know, just keep fighting. I know I still get the win out there. We still have 2 more events. I'm skipping Pelican, but hopefully, you know, CME I can also show a good result. But I enjoyed it out there. I enjoying playing golf. I enjoying, you know, the crowds and just, you know, basically making for them some show. So, yeah.
How much are you looking forward to next week now?
I mean, I honestly looking forward to just relax next week. It's been a long stretch, 5 weeks in a row, so I really, you know, need that type of relaxation time, and especially cheering for my boyfriend in the PGA Tour event. So, yeah, super excited.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at the CME Group Tour Championship. Well played this week.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.